Kenya's close ties with the US was born as early as when Kenya gained her independence. In 1969, the late President Daniel Moi, who was the vice president, was sent to the US by President Jomo Kenyatta to meet US President Richard Nixon. The meeting was aimed at addressing threats to Kenya of invasion by Somalia and Uganda, as well as influx of the Soviet Union. This was his first meeting with a US sitting president. The second meeting with a sitting US president will take place 12 years later in 1981, when he was invited to the US as the sitting president following the death of the founding president. It was an invitation by President Ronald Regan.
How are you? It's good to see you again.
6 years after his first meeting with President Ronald Regan, Moi was back to the US for a meeting with him that focused on, among others, the fight against apartheid in South Africa and the human rights abuses.
I reminded President Regan that in South Africa, the values of human dignity our two countries cherish are being abused daily. An end to apartheid is inevitable, and the sooner it comes, the less will be the bloodshed and violence. The world community in general, and Africa in particular, look upon the United States for a deeper commitment to this cause.
His next meeting with a sitting US president will take place in the year 2000, when he was hosted by President Bill Clinton at the Washington Convention Center. 2 years later, Moi would leave power. But before he left power, he held a final meeting as sitting president with President George W. Bush. Bush paid tribute to Kenyans who lost their lives in the 1998 bombing at the US Embassy. The meeting largely focused on the dwindling security situation in Africa. Suleiman Yeri, Channel 1 News.